We now join this program already in progress.
Those balls cleanly and look to push transition when they get those wins too. A great weapon for the Warriors.
Warriors will start with it near side. Logan Schuss into the corner. Mitch Jones watched by former teammate Matt Beers. Jones around the top, looks, survey, scores. One shot, one goal. Warriors lead at 1-0 as Mitch Jones continues to have the hot hand.
It's been 657 days since we've been inside Rogers Arena, but Mitch Jones has not missed a beat. It's like he's been here the whole time, picking up right where he left off. 6th goal of the season as he works the two-man game here with his best buddy off the floor. Logan Schuss sets a hard pick and buries low on Adam Shute to start the game. You cannot draw up a better start. 23 seconds in, Vancouver.
That is what Chris Gill was hoping for. Put this Rush team on their back foot, make them chase the Warriors as much as they can as this game goes on. Jackson and Messenger again. Jackson wins it cleanly, but gets double teamed, loses a shoe, and the loose ball will be picked up by Holden Garland.
And if Saskatchewan wants to be successful in the face-off dot tonight, that's exactly what they have to do. Pressure that ball carrier, force Tyrell Hammer-Jackson into making poor decisions, or just double him right away, and that ball is going to pop free.
Here's Robert Church. Skips it to Shatler, goes wide, loose ball picked up by Garrett McIntosh. Warriors are going to run, they got a man up ahead. It's Keegan Ball, and we're going to get illegal substitution on the Warriors as Keegan Ball came out a little too early, so the Rush will head to the power play and put their 57.1% extra man unit to work. Congratulations to Canada as they knock off the United States in overtime in women's hockey. Welcome inside Rogers Arena. Teddy Jenner, Brad Challoner, you're watching the National Lacrosse League right here on TSN. It's the game of the week. Thanks for stopping by and sticking with us. So Matthews will set it up along with Robert Church, Danny Lintner, Ryan Keenan, and Jeff Shatler. Matthews, Church, one-timer, oh, that one just missed off the stick of Keenan. And the loose ball will be picked up by the Warriors, and they're going to run. Rookie sensation Reed Bowering had 15 loose balls last game against Panther City. Local Coquitlam boy drafted by the Warriors. 28 loose balls on the season, a hat trick last game for the defender too. He's gotten off to a great start in his National Lacrosse League career, the 2nd overall draft pick in 2020. Lowen skips it to Keegan Ball. Near side, Charlene Beatty's trying to get underneath Jordy Jones-Smith, can't. Takes the shot, nice save there by Adam Shute. Loose ball grabbed by Rubish, and he'll push it up ahead to Beers, and the power play will go back to work with 1:10 remaining on the minor. So the Rush have been 0-2 to start the season, but their power play has been fantastic. It's been their best weapon so far. If Vancouver wants to stay in this lacrosse game and win tonight, they need to stay out of that box. Same unit for the Rush. Keenan around a pick from Matthews. Thought about it, gives to Church. Behind the net, feed to Lintner, and he bobbled the ball up ahead. Vancouver going to run. Justin Salt can't find it. Now will collect. Pressured there by Messenger. 45 remaining on the minor. Salt will go bench side. Ball picks it up. Watch there by Cornwall. He'll flip it inside to nobody. And Messenger will fight for it and eventually be grabbed there by the Rush, and they're going to run. Bobby Kitt III brings it across center. And just 20 remaining on the minor, so maybe one last opportunity here for the Rush. Keenan. Near side Church. Little double high seal here for Matthews. Time and room. He'll shoot. That was deflected. And loose ball will be grabbed there by Reed Bowering. Long up ahead, Justin Salt. And that block shot is something that Chris Gill had praised his team on when we talked to him midweek, Brad. Yeah, guys are soaking them, and they're using their sticks to stay in those lanes, knock down those passes. It's been the best strong suit for this Vancouver Warriors defense so far for the first 2 wins. And speaking of passes batted down, Chris Corbeil knocked that one down. He'll run it up the floor, skip it to Shatler. Corbeil got put on his backside by Anthony Kalinich. Broken stick. That's Goodwin without a twig. Can they get him in the two-man game? Courier, 10 on the shot clock. Tries to get underneath, can't. All the way around the top. Pass inside, went off the helmet of Keenan. And the Warriors defense smothering here to start. Numbers in transition. Jones, what timer, what a feed! In transition, Keegan Ball buries it, and the Warriors have a 2-0 lead.
Very unselfish by Mitch Jones. That's a shot from almost any player in the National Lacrosse League. He's got that sixth sense for Keegan Ball, who's streaking onto the floor as well. You see the little look there, winds up, beautiful fake shot dish. And Keegan Ball slams in the back of the net, quick stick, 2-zip Vancouver.
Warriors 2-0, and they got a 2-0 lead. And from defense to offense into the back of the net, you don't script it much better. And Tyrell Hammer-Jackson wins another draw clean. He brings it near side, Derek Lloyd.
Yeah, smothering defensive shift, cause a turnover, turns into transition, and you finish.
Full score ball. We'll move it far side. Dinsdale used to play for this Rush team. Scored the game winner in their championship game when they were the Edmonton Rush. And some rough stuff behind the play, and nothing will come of it as Mitch Jones got mixed up there with Messenger. And are they calling the Warriors here on a penalty? They are. Let's get your referees while we got a chance. That's Todd LeBranch, also Sean Grenier. And looks like they're going to take them both.
Messenger and Jones
5-on-5.
Yeah, Messenger and Jones behind the net. You know, nothing too egregious, but they're going to set the precedent early here as crew chief Todd LeBranch, and we'll have 5-on-5 lacrosse. So those two phenomenal lacrosse players, Messenger and Jones, will just take the trade-off. An aggressive all-around defender by Messenger, and Mitch Jones, one of the top goal scorers in the league, will cancel each other out here.
Matthews, shot, scores! He pulled it short side on Bouquet. And that was a much-needed goal for the Saskatchewan Rush as Matthews gets his third of the season.
It's this individual effort here early in a shot clock. Right after the referees blow it in, the Rush wastes no time going to work as Church swings it across. Matthews just takes his lane, little tuck and go, short side. On Alexis Bouquet, it's 2-1. Matthews' his third goal of the season.
Let's finish those referees off. Todd LeBranch, your crew chief. Sean Grenier, your game official. Brandon Hansen, your game official. And Cam Anderson will run the 30. So 2-1 is your score. 10:42 still to go here in the opening first quarter. Thanks for joining us here on the TSN Game of the Week, brought to you by Sports Interaction. Turnover at center by McClellan. And he gives it off to Rubish. And as much as we talk about the Vancouver defense being smothering, this Rush defense is about 7 or 8 guys deep that can strip you and make you look silly. Off the floor, Church. Near side, Linder. He'll shoot a bouncer. That one goes wide. Keenan will find the loose ball far side. Watched by Owen Barker. 5, backhand feed. Shatler, oh, nice save there from Alex Bouquet. Reset the 30 as Shatler was on the wrong side of the floor.
Yeah, what's he doing over there? Shatler all alone on the righty side of the doorstep. You don't usually see a left-handed shooter sit in that spot. Shatler smelt an opportunity.
Lintner shoots to a screen, goes wide, loose ball, and then be picked up by Goodwin in transition. Has a man up ahead of him, won't force it. Goodwin being tracked back by Lintner when he put it off the crossbar. Good shot by Brandon Goodwin, running the floor in transition.
Yeah, Bowering running with them, calling for the ball. And Goodwin, who's got a goal this year, there's a big open floor hit by Matt Beers.
He puts McBride onto the turf, loose ball in the corner. Dilks fighting for it with Lowen. Schuss, 10 on the shot clock. Steps inside, takes a heavy cross check, hits the turf. Punisher defense by the Rush here in this offensive shift. And Dilks has it.
Great display of what you were just talking about, Teddy. The Rush smothering defense, a world-class defense, the top D in the league over the last decade pretty much.
Outside shot, that one goes off the crossbar. That was an outside rip. Off the stick of Mike Mallory, who's playing his first game as they take out Marshall Powlis.
Yeah, Rush opting for some veteran experience in Mallory. He can open up the two-man game on the righty side, and Powlis has just been a little tough to find his stride in his first couple games as a rookie.
Church. Inside feet. Keenan, one-hander, he put off the crossbar. Check that, that was Shatler, and it went off the post.
Bouquet had no idea that was coming. That was a nifty shot by Shatler, such a creative lacrosse player. Our third post already here. We haven't even hit the first commercial break of the first quarter.
There's Josh Courier. Fakes it, tries to get underneath. Brings it back. Keenan Shot, St. Bouquet, loose ball, Courier diving, and they'll call him for crease, and that'll take us to our first break. Vancouver leads at 2-1. Both teams trying to find a bit of advantage as you're watching the NLL on TSN. Here at Rogers Arena in Vancouver, we play our national sport of lacrosse upon the unceded territory of the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh Nations. The three nations are happy to share the land in the belief of the spirit of the sport.
Posts are getting scuffed up early in this lacrosse game. A 2-1 game, it could easily be a 4-3 game with a couple dents on either side. The rush with two posts. This beautiful shot here. Creativity by Jeff Shadler. One-handed summer rings off the post. We got 2-1 with 8:09 to go in quarter number one. A good start by both clubs.
Here come the Warriors. Into the corner, Mitch Jones. Gets it back from McBride. Dump it down. Logan Schuss, one-on-one with Rubish. Schuss to the top, skips it over. Dinsdale into the corner, Keegan Ball. 9 on the shot clock, Ball. As Dinsdale gets dumped, Ball gets room, tucks it, late in the 30. Inside feed on a nice strip check there by Beers. Not allowing Dinsdale to get that shot off. Another defensive shift of high quality from the rush.
Yeah, you usually see a set play out of a TV timeout as the teams have 2 minutes to sort of regroup, get around their bench. I don't think the Warriors pulled off what they were trying to pull off there, but a smothering D-shift by the rush again.
Church near side. Inside feed pass knocked down again by a stick of a Warrior defender. And loose ball will be picked up by Derek Lloyd. He'll leave it for Goodwin. Off the bench comes Adam Charlambides, and Coach Chris Gill wanted to get Charlambides more touches. So they're going to try to pair him up with Riley Lowen in the two-man game. They're working right now. Jones. Far side, Dinsdale. Shimmy and shake, shoots it. And Adam Shute there to make the save. Now he's got to find an outlet. Quickly goes up the floor, holding Garland. Garland will wait on the good side of center. Leave it there for Mallory. Tucks it in on the corner, Josh Courier. Courier to Matthews. Far side, Shatler. Into the corner, Keenan. Over a screen, and that one missed short side. 7 on the shot clock. Mallory, Courier. Down the pipe, Keenan can't get it. There's a shot by Courier. He's off balance. And it was blocked on target. As Owen Barker continues to be a stud when it comes to cause turnovers.
Yeah, he really has. He's had 4 in his first couple of games, 13 loose balls. That's a good stick there by Barker, an undrafted player from Armstrong, BC. Shot, took a deflection, Owen just missed short side. As Corbeil will pick it up uncontested. I saw somewhere that it said Barker was from Stowe, Ohio, but now lives in Armstrong, BC. I don't know how accurate that is, but Stowe, Ohio, real close to where I went to high school for a couple years in Hudson. Church, Matthews. Holds on to it, skips it. Church couldn't find it, does off the glass. Late in the 30, Church around the corner, takes a shot. Bouquet with a save. Moving screen called on the rush. Here comes Goodwin. Has Church on him. Down the pipe, all alone on a left arm save by Adam Shute. And now Keegan Ball putting some pressure on Cornwall. And they got to get over the timeline. Nice job by Keegan Ball to force the turnover. Yeah, and Riley Lowen in that too. He was the one who had that hard cut through the middle, took that good shot opportunity. But now Jones going to cough it up at center, rush ball.
Yeah, that was a quick whistle as Ryan Dilks was wondering why the refs didn't blow it in sooner. Matthews down the pipe, all alone. Oh, the pass was just too low. As he was all alone right down the middle. But the pass from Dilks wasn't on target.
So some frantic end-to-end pacing here in the first quarter.
Charlambides around the top, thought about it, skips it to Keegan Ball. Ball watched by Rubis, takes a pick there from McBride. Back near side, Jones. Pressured on the boards by Ryan Dilks. Jones inside feed, Charlambides, and Dilks is going to get called for a hold. And the Warriors are going to head to the power play when we come back. But Alex Bouquet standing tall between the pipes as he robs Church. It's the NLL from Vancouver on TSN. There's Ryan Dilks with his beautiful handlebar mustache. 2-1 Warriors leading as Dilks sits for 2 or less on the hold. And the Warriors power play went 3 for 7 in Panther City last week, and they look to continue that trend here tonight as they're clicking at 50%.
Ryan Dilks, usually one of their best penalty killers himself, so he's in the box. Former Vancouver Warrior captain Matt Beers will play the top spot on the penalty kill here for the Rush.
Lowen, Schuss, Jones, Dinsdale, and Keegan Ball. There is Mitch Jones. Shoots, scores! It trickles through! And Jones again with an early release, his second of the night. And the Warriors restore the 2-goal lead. It's 2-1.
This looks like a Saskatchewan Rush power play, how quickly and effectively they just went to work. The 2 top guys all touching the ball, get it back to Mitch Jones. He just sees a nice fire right through the middle. Down low, 5-hole on Adam Shute. No sticks in the lanes, and Jones says, I'll take that. 3-1 Warriors lead.
And Adam Shute was part of this team for the last few years, but it's always kind of been Evan Kirk's net. And this is his first time in a couple seasons that he's really been given the starting nod, and hasn't been the start that he's hoping for, and hasn't been the start he was wanting tonight, as he's let a couple get by him they'd love to have back, but every goalie would love to have them all back.
The Rush have all the faith in the world in Adam Shute. They got a world-class defense, as mentioned, in front of them. It just hasn't come to fruition yet this early in the season.
Mallory to Keenan. Back to Mallory, and again, another block shot. This one was Justin Salt getting in the way. Courier swimming. Courier tries to go short side high and put it off the shoulder of Bouquet. Oh, and then that's just thrown away by the Rush. Sorry, by the Warriors, as Derek Lloyd just wanted to headman it to Brett Minsky, but put it right to the stick of Jeff Shatler. There's Ryan Keenan, far corner. Takes a couple chops there from Lloyd. Gets picked up by Minsky near side Church. 10 on the shot clock. Church tucks it underneath. Inside flip. Courier, and that one blocked again. Shatler, one-hander, bouncer, Bouquet mines the 5-hole and keeps that one out. 3:15 remaining.
That's going to be 5 or 6 block shots already for Vancouver. They're just getting in lanes. They're not letting anything through right now. Great anticipation.
Dinsdale into the corner. Keegan Ball matched up with Chris Corbeil. Up top, Charlambides thought about it, gives the ball. Dinsdale doesn't have his stick. Schuss will shoot on target. Easy save there by Adam Shute. But Schuss gets his own rebound, reset to 30. Schuss double team, flips it up to his good buddy Mitch Jones. New 30, they'll slow it up and reset the offense. Keegan Ball far side. Work a 2-man game with Marty Dinsdale. Comes around the top, he'll take the shot. And that one just went wide, and they'll be back over on the Warriors. So Saskatchewan will quickly get out, try to get this back to a 1-goal game. Mark Matthews will start far corner. Keenan back to Matthews. Keenan, Matthews, swim move, pivots, up top, Church, shot, blocked again in front. Mallory bumped on the boards. Driving, and nice defense there by Brandon Goodwin. And then Lloyd gives Mallory an extra shot.
You know, Bouquet's got an 861 save percentage. He's got 5 goaltenders on the floor in front of him. The way these guys are soaking shots early in this lacrosse game.
Low and around the top, inside feed, Keegan Ball scores! What a handle, what a finish. Ball's got his second, and it's 4-1 Vancouver.
Want to be a baller. You want to play like Keegan Ball, hard cuts. That's his second goal, almost identical to his first one, you know? He's just a hard cut through the middle. In traffic, there's a sword on him, and he's still able to go back to the short side and bury his second of the night. Top shelf, far close side is tough shot to make as he goes up and over on the run. The right-handed shot, 4-1 YVR.
Oh, you're using airport codes now.
You know, we spent a lot of time traveling, you know, I tell you, in the last few weeks, so it's on the brain.
Unofficially, shots are 6-5 Vancouver. Therefore, quick math, Brad, 4 of 6 shooting.
That's not a great save percentage there.
At the draw, Hamer, Jackson, and Messenger. Jackson will pop it out to himself, now double teamed on the boards. And he'll pass it back. Derek Lloyd. Jones. Far side. Marty Dinsdale. Takes a bump. Comes near side, Charlotte Beatties into the corner. Jones. Off a pick. Tucks it near side. Doesn't have anybody to pass to. Forces it inside, and that's picked off by McClellan, and he's going to run. Has slow trailing numbers. Gives it off to Rubish, who will bounce it, and a save there by Bouquet. Quickly up ahead, here comes Vancouver the other way. Reed Bowery grew up right here in Coquitlam, BC. Probably watched his head coach Chris Gill as a member of the Vancouver Warriors. Shot, left arm saved by Adam Shute. Loose ball, picked up by Cornwall. And he's gonna run up the floor. Cornwall with speed, but no numbers. We'll leave it there for Matthews. Swim move. Shot again, knocked down by a stick of a Vancouver defender. Matthews to Keenan. Shoots. Should I say it again? Another block shot, this time Reed Bowering soaking one.
We're just going to loop your audio, Teddy. Just grab the soundbite. Producers downstairs can just hit play every time there's a block shot. It's been wild.
I'm not sure, did Vancouver call a timeout here? They must have. Final 30 of the period, 22 left. They'll call timeout and draw up a final possession and try to make this a 5-1 lead after one quarter. And it's just been a full team effort. They're getting goals from their offense. Sure, it's just two guys, but everybody's contributing. And on the back end, sticks are in lanes, bodies are in lanes. And yeah, there's 6 shots on target now for the Rush, but how many have been blocked in front, never made it on target?
Like maybe 10 already, if not more. The boys are going to need their ice packs after this one. They've been soaking them like there's no tomorrow, and that's exactly what Chris Gill and Curtis Hodgson wanted to design for this defense. It's unselfish. Everyone's doing their part and putting themselves on the line, and now, you know, this Saskatchewan's a great team that is going to climb back into this lacrosse team at some point. You know they are. And so I don't mind this time out here from Chris Gill to try to increase your goal total here at the first quarter and use the momentum while you can.
There's updated goal scoring leaders. Mitch Jones surpassing Clark Peterson and Connor Field. So 6 on 5 here for the Vancouver Warriors. Bouquet on the bench. Dinsdale. 5 seconds left. Keegan ball. Skip past Jones. Shot. Rebound. Backhand roll. That one just missed. And the opening quarter will come to an end. A fantastic start for the Vancouver Warriors as they lead it 4-1. This is the National Lacrosse League on TSN, brought to you by Sports Interaction. After 15 minutes, the Vancouver Warriors lead the Saskatchewan Rush 4-1. Let's go down between the benches. Chantel Chen.
Yeah, Adam Charlambides, he's had quite the start to his NLL career, and actually he's gone through a lot of adversity to get to where he is today. He tore both his ACLs, his left in 2017, his right in 2018. I had a chance to speak with Adam earlier this week, and he told me that he feels that he's gone through a lot, but he got through those dark times, and now he feels like if he puts an effort in each and every day that he can really accomplish whatever he sets his mind to. And now he's actually pursuing personal training so he can help other people get through those injuries as well. Guys.
Thank you, Chantel. And he played 7 years at college.
Van Wilder of the National Lacrosse League.
Back to live action off of the draw. Ball loose in the Vancouver zone. That's Corbeil giving chase. And then that'll get kicked into the crease and be back in. And so Saskatchewan will have first possession here in the second quarter, trying to close this gap, get a little momentum, and see if they can't get their first win of the season. Shatler near side boards. Gets a pick from Matthews, skips it over to Church. Guess what, Brad? Another block shot. Reed Bowering gonna go for a run. Check that, Owen Barker. He'll flip it to Minsky, who shoots wide.
That would have been a nice homecoming for Brett Bitsky to get his first as a Warrior against his former club. The guy doesn't score a lot. He may be good for 2, 3, maybe a year. Had an 8-goal season, I think, once upon a time back in the day. But he's known for just solid, mistake-free D.
If you're a betting person, you might be liking the under. It was 22.5 coming into this game. Or the underdog as well, as Vancouver was the under and the underdog.
Yeah, even though Vancouver 2-0 coming into this game, and Saskatchewan 0-2, history definitely on the Rush's side. They've been winning. They've won 8 straight against the Vancouver franchise, and bettors and odds makers usually go with the historic numbers.
Behind the net, Jones to ball, shot, and that time Adam Shute was able to close the wicket to keep that one out. Here comes Mike Messenger.
I think Shute just needs a couple confidence building saves. Maybe that's one of them. Settle in, let his team know that, hey, I've got this.
Messenger driving, diving, scoring, give it to him. What a take by Messenger. Looked like he wanted that as soon as he crossed center. And Messenger goes wide, plants the foot, dives across the crease, and it's 4-2.
Mike Messenger, a kind of guy that can take a game into the matter of his own hands. It's like, hey, nothing happening yet on offense, no one scored. I'll just take that route to the net, go airborne and crash the crease. Sure, why not?
And there's the flag from Chris Gill. What an arm. Almost got it right to the hoop. And they're going to look at Messenger's left foot, I believe, as Gill thinks he might have been in the crease. So hold your horses, those scoring at home. As Todd LeBranch, the crew chief, talks it over with his game officials. He'll head to the penalty box and have a look. We'll give you a couple looks as well. But it'll be Messenger's left foot, I believe, that was very close to the crease line.
Messenger, one of those do-it-all, all-around, well-rounded lacrosse players that you like to watch in this National Lacrosse League. Can take face-offs, play D, and crash the crease when he needs to. Yeah, it's that right toe as he goes airborne here. Does it drag in? See, this is the black shoe on the white lines. It should be pretty easy to see. Usually you see players with white shoes making it very difficult, but that, let's see if it touches down in the paint there. Oh, that looks clean.
It might be a sliver of green between the toe.
Yeah, I think that takeoff foot looks okay. I think this, if I'm placing my bets, I think this one's gonna stand. Messenger, one of 7 BC boys on this roster, 4 caused turnovers, 34% in the dot, 11 loose balls coming into this game and trying to get a goal for his club right now.
Vancouver Warriors are off until January 7th when they'll host the Colorado Mammoth right here inside Rogers. The Rush will get the Christmas break off, as everyone will, but then we'll play San Diego at home on New Year's Eve. We will be in Calgary the night before for the TSN game of the week, but the Rush will have New Year's on home floor.
And I think they're turning that into a New Year's Eve party as well on the turf after the game. So if you're in Saskatchewan, that will be a hot ticket.
So usually when we're watching these replays, the players can kind of tell, and we see when they go back out on the floor. We already see the Rush kind of lining up for the face-off. But Todd LeBranch is going deep into this one. Everyone patiently waiting. Looks like he's made up his mind. Let's see if he gives us some flair here. There's Todd LeBranch with the call. Todd?
The video review is inconclusive, therefore we have the call in the field stands, we have a good goal.
Inconclusive evidence, it is a good goal for Mike Messenger. First of the year for the big man.
And just as momentum's been all Vancouver and it's been 4-1, one goal gets you back in a lacrosse game. The Saskatchewan Rush can chip away at that 2-goal lead in a matter of seconds here at Rogers Arena. No lead is safe in the National Lacrosse League. The Rush know that. They just need a little bit of momentum, start swinging their way to climb back.
Of course, if you're wrong when you challenge, you get a delay of game penalty. And so the Rush will send the Roughnecks, that was a couple weeks ago. The Warriors will send Goodwin to the box. And the Rush will be down a man, up a man.
Yeah, so this is kind of a double whammy blow for the Vancouver Warriors. The goal's not turned back, and now you're going to give, you know, one of the league's best power plays an opportunity here. It's a big face-off here for Hammer Jackson.
Oh, big hit there. Salt takes a heavy blow. That might have been Matt Beers blowing him up. But Salt will stay in play. As the Rush 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far tonight. We'll go to work. Schattler, Keenan, Matthews, Church, Lintner. Matthews, backhand flip. Keenan fakes off the crossbar. Straight up in the air. Schattler watches it into his multicolored stick. Keenan, Matthews. Flips it to Church. One time roll on that one, handcuffed Schattler. Still fighting for it on the end boards. Who's going to come away with it? It will be Jeff Schattler. 15 on the shot clock. Matthews. Backhand feed again. Schattler bobble it this time. Alex Bouquet will corral it. He'll have to find a man up the floor. Trying to drop it at a dime to Salt. And he's battling for it. Eventually grabbed there by Holden Garland. Up ahead, all alone, Danny Lintner. Diving shot, what a save by Alex Bouquet. Racket. Oh my goodness, Bouquet with a right arm save. And then over and back on Saskatchewan as they get kind of discombobulated, but oh my goodness, Alex Bouquet, how are you? Ball gonna go for a run. 35 remaining on the minor, being served by Brandon Goodwin. Charlotte Beatties will hold on to it. Watched there by Ryan Dilks. Goes down the far side wall. Double team, tries to swim. Keeps his feet moving. Now triple team, and he'll just dump it.
Yeah, the rookie Charlotte Beatties being welcomed the hard way to Saskatchewan Rush defense. You carry that ball on the wall, you're going to get slammed into it pretty hard, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 defenders coming at you.
So watch for Brandon Goodwin coming out of the penalty box. Church, 2 shots on the man advantage for the Rush. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Courier, Matthews. Skips it. One timer on that one, hit the bar as well. Goodwin gonna run 3-on-1 here for Vancouver. Messenger trying to get back. McIntosh shot it wide. Loose ball falls to Jones. One more. Oh, and he put it off the post. Garrett McIntosh with a yawning cage. Hit iron, and it stays 4-2.
Posts and block shots have been the story of this first half. We've just seen a whole bunch of each. McIntosh can't be more open and finds pipe.
There's an outside shot, goes wide. Loose ball grabbed by Keegan Ball. 13 on the shot clock. Near side corner, Marty Dinsdale. Up top, Jones. Into the corner, Logan Schuss. Comes around the top, trying to work off. Check there by Bobby Kidd III. Loose ball picked up by Cornwall. Doesn't have numbers, but the speedster will keep running. Cornwall bodies his man. Gets double teamed. But keeps his feet moving and finds some space. Schattler. Cornwall gonna stay in play and shift to O. Outside shot by Schattler. They'll say Bouquet got a piece of it, reset the 30. Cornwall will go change. Fresh man out is Keenan. Church, Mallory, thought about it, gives to Matthews. Tucks it, flips it to Schattler. He'll shoot a off-speed shot. Rebound falls to Church, new 30 again.
This is dangerous territory when you get a couple resets here.
Church around the screen. He'll take a shot. He was handcuffed. Nice job by Hammer Jackson to get his stick in the hands of Church. Inside feed. Oh, what a shot. That one just went wide off the stick. Keenan rebounded. Bouquet again. Schattler with a new 30.
This is an exhausted Vancouver D now. You just want to see Saskatchewan pull out, work this clock.
Lintner driving, shooting it again. Bouquet with a save. Give him 4 on the shift. Up ahead, Derek Lloyd. He's hounded by Chris Corbeil. And he'll get it over and he'll turn it over. Great job by Chris Corbeil. Numbers the other way. Rubish won't shoot it. And there's still some tired D out there for Vancouver.
Yeah, Mitski's been out there for probably almost a minute and a half.
Courier. Shatler. Saskatchewan having troubles getting fresh bodies out as well. Here's Matthews time and room. Back to Courier. 5 on the shot clock. Courier. Keenan. Shot. Easy save. Bouquet. Loose ball picked up there by Goodwin. And with 8:20, Vancouver will finally be able to get it on the offensive side of the floor and get some real tired bodies onto the bench. Charlotte Beatties to Jones.
Safe exit, see if they can have a sustaining O shift here.
That's usually what you want when your defense plays a long one. Your offense needs to reply with one. McBride with a shot goes wide. Loose ball, Bobby Kidd to third. Up ahead, Messenger, 4-on-2 Saskatchewan. Messenger, Cornwall, scores! Great transition by the Rush. And it's a 1-goal game, 4-3. As Cornwall tucks it short side for his second of the year.
Messenger leads the charge here, carries it up the floor as the Saskatchewan transition team goes to work. It's been a slugfest the last couple minutes. Good sustaining pressure in the offensive zone by the Saskatchewan Rush. A tired D, and Vancouver makes a quick exit in the offensive zone, not able to apply any pressure. Gives it up at about 12-13 seconds on the shot clock, and Messenger and Cornwall carried up the floor. 1-goal game and an excellent one so far.
Hamer Jackson do-si-dos himself out of the face-off circle and wins it cleanly. It may not seem like it's a tough job, but when you actually watch what these guys are able to do at that face-off dot, pinch, pop it to themselves, spin out of trouble, it's just absolutely remarkable how effortlessly the best in the league do it. Here's Corbeil up ahead. Has bodies flowing off the bench. Shatler's one of them. Fake the flip to Beers, and we'll hold on to him. Beers will go off. Corbeil will go off. Keenan to Shatler, 1-2. Shatler, shot, put it wide, loose ball, he'll get it. Into the corner, Courier. Fakes it, near side Keenan. One more, inside Lintner into his body. Outside shot goes well wide. And then Courier got dumped. Are you not entertained? It's a 1-goal game. The Warriors leading the Rush as Cornwall gets his second. TSN from Vancouver, come back and join us. The most wonderful time of the year, it's World Junior time. Don't miss the 2022 World Juniors beginning Boxing Day from Edmonton and Red Deer as Team Canada kicks off the tournament action against the Czech Republic in their quest to reclaim gold on home ice. Catch every game all tournament long only on TSN. The future of hockey lives here. Little air guitar going on. Brad strumming away. That wasn't Brad, by the way. It's 4-3 Vancouver leading Saskatchewan. 7 minutes remaining in the opening half. This has been a defensive battle as both Shoot and Bouquet are doing their best to lead their team to victory. That shot by Keegan Ball goes wide up into the netting, so turn it over to Saskatchewan. A quick possession there out of the timeout.
Yeah, physicality's starting to pick up a little bit too. Owen Barker with a big hit right before we went to commercial break, and then just as we came back, Mike Messenger and Logan Schuss, before the cameras went back on the field, kind of mixing it up down at turf level. Some bad blood starting to flare up. You see Matthews get picked on right now by Kalinic.
Good ball movement here by the Rush, but can't find an open shot. Lintner bobbled it. Ooh, and then Mallory almost got shouldered by Mallory, and you're right, Brad. There are some mean intentions going on right now on the turf.
Yeah, there's no love lost between these two clubs. There's a lot of emotion with the free agent signing of all-time leader in games played in Saskatchewan. Brett Mitski becoming the new face of the Vancouver Warriors as their captain, and then Matt Beers, former captain of the Warriors, now a new member of the Saskatchewan Rush, bringing his nasty edge to Saskatoon.
Near side Keegan Ball. Met there by the aforementioned Matt Beers, and he's pitchforked to the turf. Here's Rubish up ahead. He'll wait for fresh bodies to come and relieve him. Rubish will go bench side for Shatler. Now Ryan Keenan. Gives it off to Church. Far corner Courier. Around the top. Gives it back to Church. He'll shoot and Bouquet makes a left leg save. Loose ball picked up by Goodwin and he'll run. Got bodies ahead of him. Goodwin. Shot saved there by Adam. Shoot off the right shoulder. Up ahead. Reverse transition. Saskatchewan has numbers 3-on-2. Holden Garland. He'll shoot and score. Short side under the glove. Same place as Cornwall. And it's 4-4.
Looking. And then taking is Holden Garland. His third goal of the season already out of the back end. You see him running up the floor. Defense doesn't know what he's going to do with it. Bouquet doesn't know what he's going to do with it. Is he looking, and then fires short side. Bouquet has barely any time to react there. It's a tie lacrosse game with 5:03 to go. It was 4-1 Vancouver at one point. And now a couple in transition. And the Saskatchewan Rush have brought it back to even.
At one point, I think shots were around like 7-5 for Vancouver. Shots are now 22-16 in favor of the Rush. So they've really turned it on here in the second quarter. They win that draw clean. Here's McClellan. He'll go behind the net. Another one of those fantastic rookies for this Rush squad. They've got two good ones. Vancouver's got a couple of good ones. We'll talk about them at the half. Here's Keenan.
Come on, Calvin.
Taking a couple chops there by Kalinic. Keenan will shoot. Guess what, Brad? Another block shot. This one picked right out of the air by Hamer Jackson. He'll move it up ahead. Bowery has been off the bench. Logan Schuss. Will run the horseshoe, give it to Marty Dinsdale. They're going to pick from Jordan McBride. Protects the stick. Up top. Charlotte Meades to Jones. 5 on the shot clock. Jones around the top. Can he get his hands free? One more to McBride and he bobbled it. And it'll be picked up by Cornwall. And he's got McBride on his backside. Cornwall will shoot. He goes far side. And Bouquet put out the chicken wing and made the save. Quickly up ahead. Here comes Vancouver.
The 3-goal run here by Saskatchewan. Messenger, Cornwall, and Holden Garland all coming on the run in transition. Their Vancouver Warriors defense doing such a good job 5-on-5. Saskatchewan only finding ways to score right now on the run.
And the outside shot goes wide. Jones gets it back and he bobbled it. Shoot up ahead to Corbeil. Up ahead, Beers. No numbers. We'll play with some patience. Beers third all-time in Warriors history in games played. Won a couple of them his rookie year in 2010. Matthews. Courier. Slashing penalty coming up. Outside shot by Church. Here we get a slashing call against the Warriors when we come back. The Rush looking for their first lead of the game. A slashing penalty sends them to the man advantage. Come back to TSN from Vancouver, BC. 4-4 is your score here inside Rogers Arena. Get all the breaking NLL news, updates, stories, and more right to your inbox. Sign up for the NLL newsletter today by going to NLL.com. Derek Lloyd in the box, 2 minutes for slashing. Be at the bottom right of your screen as he just takes a good two-hander to Danny Lintner's arm, and that's easy right in front of the official.
Yeah, and that was one of their focus calls for the officials to start this season. Off-ball slashing, something they've wanted to clean up in this league for a long time, and set the precedent there against Derek Lloyd.
Matthews, they counted, they do. Just a little three-quarter half-speed shot from Matthews. Again, that's 3 in a row, Brad, under the left glove of Alex Bouquet. The Rush have their first lead. It's 5-4.
Yeah, they've clearly got the read there. It just takes no time on the power play. No one comes out to challenge, no sticks, and that's just an easy shot for Matthews, who makes it look so simple. And this power play, we talked about it earlier, Teddy, is that it's one of the best in the National Lacrosse League. Has been for years, and even though there's no Ben McIntosh to do those quick sticks on the doorstep, they're using Dan Lintner sort of in that position. He was Courier on that last set, but when you got a point man like Mark Matthews, you're going to score more often than not. And they're 1 for 3 now on the power play. Someone just got blown up in front of the Rush bench.
Bobby Kidd I think I was a little inadvertent on Tyrell Hammer-Jackson. No call. Rush still on the offense. Keenan. Backside look. Oh, Lode scores! Wide open Mike Mallory. As he gets in the lineup for the first time this year. And it's now 6-4 Saskatchewan as they are on, what's that, Brad, a 5-0 run?
5-goal run now. They were down 4-1. And you know, we talked about Mark Matthews in the pregame. We talked about him a lot. He's going to be their quarterback on most sets, but this time the lefties go, and Ryan Keenan, who looks through and finds a nice hard cut by Mallory, the former Vancouver Warrior, with the quick stick. His first goal in 4 years in the National Lacrosse League, but proving his coaching staff right. They wanted a veteran presence in. They've had Marshall Powless, the rookie, in for the first 2 games, but they go righty strong for the first time this season. And Mallory showing why the coaching staff showed some faith in him.
And another one going under the left glove of Alex Bouquet. Keegan Ball for the Warriors as Vancouver tries to end this run. Ball, Schuss, back to Keegan Ball. Skips in the corner. That pass knocked down by Connor McClellan. Mitch Jones, 8 on the shot clock. Jones gets a big pick, flips it up to Schuss. He'll shoot through a screen. That hit a body. Where is it? And it'll be picked up by the Rush netminder. Quickly up ahead, Corbeil. Under 2 to play here in the half. Thanks for joining us wherever you're watching. Saskatchewan Rush, Vancouver Warriors in a key NLL West Division Alberta Cup matchup. Shatler, Matthews, far side Church, all alone Mallory. That pass picked off in the middle. And the Warriors have numbers on the run. Salt. Nice job by Saskatchewan getting off the floor. And that was one of the things that they stressed with Jimmy Quinlan, their offensive coordinator, that they need to be better reverse transition, getting off the floor. As Vancouver Duns like to run. Oh, down the middle, Riley Lowen bobbled it. Ball near side. Good ball movement here by Vancouver. And then dispossessed was Keegan Ball. Picked up by Matthews. Guaranteed Rate halftime report coming up at the half. Stay tuned for all your halftime highlights. Chantel, Brad, and I will break it all down. We'll hear from a player, and we'll take a look at the best rookie class in NLL history? Question mark? We'll tell you why we think so at the half here on TSN. Shot by Church goes wide. Lloyd has it. Numbers here for Vancouver. 3-on-2. Kalinich down the pipe. One more. Charlotte Beatties, and he put it wide. Track meet begins. Corbeil has bodies with him. Rubish scores! Another transition goal. This time it's Kyle Rubish. He gets his first of the year, and it's 7-4 Vancouver.
Yeah, when Kyle Rubish is getting in on the action, you know the transition is clicking for the Saskatchewan Rush. A 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Never won that award because of his goal-scoring prowess. It was being a solid back-ender, but when you got 4 men streaking up the floor, they're all out there. Beers looks at Rubish across the floor. Easy quick stick. Then he went far side glove again. As they're finding a hole in Alexis Bouquet right now. 6 unanswered by the Rush. And these are the kind of runs that make or break a lacrosse game. The Vancouver Warriors need to get a face-off, need to get a stop here.
And what's been a big turning point has been at the face-off dot. Saskatchewan's starting to win some draws, and Hammer-Jackson's not able to win them cleanly. They're making life tough for him. They're putting bodies on him, making him feel it. And Messenger wins that one clean to himself, calls timeout. And the Rush will have the final possession here of the half and a chance to double up the Warriors going into the break, when at one point in this game, it was 4-1 Vancouver.
Yeah, kind of a real tale of 2 quarters to steal a really easy term, but that's how it's been. It was 4-1 after 1 for the Vancouver Warriors. Saskatchewan has made some adjustments, as you mentioned. They've been great on the draw. They've been great in transition. They get a power play goal to make things worse, and they just will get a timeout here, try to increase their lead even further to head into half. The Warriors, for a confidence booster, need a big stop here. They can make their adjustments at halftime and come out as a refreshed group.
Let's look at Jeff McComb, the head coach of the Saskatchewan Rush. He's been the right-hand man to Derek Keenan for, gosh, I don't know how long, almost 12 years with this organization, and he was always going to be the heir apparent to Derek Keenan. And when it was going into the missed COVID year. McComb was going to take over. Keenan slides in to the GM position, but Bubba had to wait a little while to coach his first game as a head coach of the National Lacrosse League, and hasn't been the start that he's wanted, but his team is looking good here, 7-4 lead.
Yeah, it's been a real seamless transition, and Jeff McComb has always been one of the offensive masterminds that's helped excel and get this team to the level that they've been clicking at. He's taught so much to Mark Matthews, who I think is a coach in this league one day down the road when he retires after his Hall of Fame career, but they just feed off of each other, and there's a lot of ideas that get thrown around. It's a very systematic offense, and it stems from large part from Jeff McComb.
So 6-on-5 here for the Rush. Adam Shute to the bench. Courier, Church, Lintner. Shatland, Ryan Keenan, the ball with Mark Matthews. They'll go shut Robert Church down. Matthews flips it to Courier, to Matthews. What Tyrone, what a save! Alex Bouquet! Come on, what a save by the big man! And that could be a huge save down the road as he keeps it a 3-goal game, as that was an excellent skip pass by Mark Matthews.
Bouquet struts off with confidence. That's the stop they need to stay in this lacrosse game. Down by 3, stop the bleeding, regroup at halftime. We'll see a brand new Vancouver Warriors team in half number 2.
It was a good start for Vancouver, a better finish to the half for the Rush. When we come back into the Guaranteed Rate Halftime Report, you're watching the National Lacrosse League on TSN, brought to you by Sports Interaction.
I'm Mark Matthews of the Saskatchewan Rush. You're watching NLL on TSN.
Back inside Rogers Arena. Chilly one outside here in the lower mainland. Actually had sprinkling of snow, which was kind of rare.
Teddy, we can't talk about weather when it's minus 41 in Saskatoon, where the Rush reside right now. Maybe they'll try to extend their stay here in Vancouver and not have to head back into that blizz.
7-4 is your score for the Rush, who have come all the way back from trailing 4-1, like you said in the halftime report. It all kind of started with the transition game and getting their shots where they wanted, under that left-hand glove of Alex Bouquet.
Yeah, and you know what? Alex Bouquet played junior lacrosse with a lot of the Whitby natives that are on the Rush roster. You got Mark Matthews, you got Dan Lindner, Ryan Keenan. Maybe they know a little bit of something about 0-0 that some other teams so far this season haven't had the read on, but you saw that big confidence-boosting save at the end. Then Chris Gill, Curtis Hodgson, Caleb Toth, the brain trust for the Warriors, got together at halftime here. You have to make some adjustments. They haven't seen a lot of effective 5-on-5 offense out of Vancouver in the last, 15-10 minutes or so. So we'll see what they can muster here in half number 2. They need to stop the bleeding. You can't allow a 6-7 goal run in a lacrosse game and expect to stay in it, and it all starts right now.
And one of the things we kind of talked about at the start of the game was the face-off prowess of Tyrell Hamer-Jackson, and he started off really well, but this Rush ball team has been very physical with him. As soon as he pops it out, they're making sure it's either stick on stick or body on body to make him feel.
Yeah, make him pay. Make him pay and try to get him frustrated and second-guessing himself in there. 4 for 12 were the Rush, so 8 for 12 for Vancouver in that first half, and now 9 for 13.
Hamer-Jackson, 252,000 followers on his TikTok. How many you got?
That is viral.
Repowering him, he just put it wide. That'd have been the hot start the Warriors were looking for out of the half. Loose ball picked up there by Rubish. They'll float it near side to Mike Messenger. Here comes the Saskatchewan Rush offense. Rush 0-2 to start the season. They've lost those by a combined 2 goals. Once in overtime to Halifax, one last weekend to the Roughnecks. Here's Mark Matthews, all the way around the horseshoe. Good check there. Church, double clutch. Barker with a trail check. And he's just been everywhere tonight.
Yeah, the way he gets across the floor so fast is miraculous. He bodies Matthews, strips Matthews, and then bodies him for good measure, and then gets across the floor to make Saskatchewan cough it up at the end of the 30.
Here's Keegan ball far corner. Around the top, Messenger steps out on him aggressively. Now near side, Charlotte Beatties. Driving underneath, fakes it, shot off the toe of Adam Shute. Loose ball picked up by Jeff Cornwall. He's gonna run. Slow numbers here for Saskatchewan. Cornwall to Dilks. And the man who loves his Dilks pickled chips.
I loved them too. They were delicious.
They were. We'll pull it out and slow down for the offense. Mark Matthews, the late man. Skips it back to Lintner and get called for the illegal screen. Oh, I think good. Who was that? They just pitchforked the stick. It was good, but I'm surprised the official didn't call that. Here's Logan Schuss. McBride into the corner, Keegan Ball. Schuss, little no-look bouncer goes wide and out of play. And it'll be Saskatchewan possession. Matt Beers, the former Warriors captain. To Shatler. Near side, Josh Courier. Courier around the top. He'll shoot and try to go under the glove. Saved by Bouquet. Loose ball, Robert Church. Probably could have pulled that one out.
Yeah, Vancouver doing a good job beating up on the pick and rollers. They were keeping the Saskatchewan rush at bay, trying to get a little two-man game action there in Kalnish, making guys fight through picks, making them pay. And not an opportunity there. Now the Warriors so spread out on O. Let's see some cutters through the middle and try to get some guys inside on top of Shute.
Here's Jones, flips it up to Charlotte Beatties. He's pressured up at the timeline, flips it in the corner, and that hits the official. Get game ready and shop your favorite team's jerseys and merchandise today. Head to fanatics.ca to get all of your National Lacrosse League gear and team gear and look like the pros. Here's Church. There's Barker again all over Robert Church. Skip feed to Shatler goes wide. Loose ball picked up by Barker in transition. Thanks to DJ Sorry letting me know that Barker was actually born in Langley before moving up to the interior. There's Beers.
That's right. He played junior lacrosse with guys like James Ray and Johnny Pearson, guys that have also been in the National Lacrosse. He played minor with them, moved to small town Armstrong where he dominated the Okanagan Junior B League for a couple seasons before being picked up by the Nanaimo Timbermen to finish off his junior A career.
Here's Courier, diving dunk shot, put it wide. And then got hit by two bodies. Running on the floor. McIntosh. He'll leave it for Riley Lowen. Lowen around the top, takes a chop. Skips it to Keegan Ball. Ball, double clutch, gives it near side, Mitch Jones. Gets a pick there from Schuss. Now one more from Lowen. Lowen gets it off the roll. He'll take a shot, miss. Oh, that one almost off the back of Shute. And Messenger will flip it up to Chris Corbeil.
Better offensive shift for the Vancouver Warriors. To work that two-man game. They had a decent shot off late, but that's what they need to do. They got to start penetrating this offense. That's how you're going to do it, with that pick and roll to the inside.
Church skips it to Matthews, surveys, finds Courier. Thought about it, gives it back to Matthews. Double clutch, runs past Bowering. 5 on the shot clock. Shot by Mallory and saved by Bouquet. Quickly up ahead. Brandon Goodwin won't force it. He'll leave it for Adam Charlambides. 4th overall pick a couple years ago. A little upset that he went 4th overall. Here's Jones. Jones survey. One-on-one matchup near side. Nice stick check there by Matt Beers. And Saskatchewan will go the other way with Ryan Dilks.
Now, one-on-one against these rush defenders, not a lot of Vancouver Warriors players are going to be able to, not a lot of any team's players are going to be able to do that when you got Rubish and Dilks and Corbeil and Messenger and just a lot of great one-on-one defensive players.
Keenan will shoot, kicked aside by Bouquet. Loose ball up for grabs. And nice job there by Robert Church to find it. And then he'll throw it to open space. And Keenan will run onto it. Fresh 30 here for Saskatchewan. Shatler all alone. Fakes it, shoots it. Oh, he tried to go sneaky short side on Bouquet. But the Warrior goaltender makes the save. Josh Courier comes close to making it a 4-goal game. But Bouquet denies him on the dunk. It's a 3-goal lead for Saskatchewan over Vancouver. If you're looking for something to watch maybe after the game, there's always something new on Crave. Don't miss exclusive shows and the latest hit movies streaming this December. New plans starting as low as $9.99 a month. Brad, if you're Vancouver, how do you find a way to get a goal here?
You got to swing the ball around on offense. Let's look for those skip passes across the zone. Those 2 hard cuts from Keegan Ball are the ones that resulted in goals on Adam Shute. They got to send cutters to the middle, penetrate this deep.
There's an errant pass across the floor to McBride. He finds it off the glass. Dices through the middle, gives it off to Jones. Inside feed to Lowen, doesn't connect. 5 in the shot clock. And then McBride is double teamed in the corner. And Chris Corbeil has been using that red-headed Canadian stick ever since he won gold way back when. He doesn't really seem to want to give it up. Shatler will give up that pretty colored dyed head at the end of the season. We'll talk to Chantel Chan about that in a little bit. Here's Robert Church driving the middle of the floor. Keeps his feet with a pump fake shot. And then a nice save there by Alex Bouquet.
Yeah, he's dialed in here to start quarter number 3. His offense just needs to reward him now.
Dinsdale was up ahead, but Goodwin couldn't find him. Little 1-2 here between Schuss and Charlamides. Skip to the far side, Keegan Ball. 10 on the shot clock. Schuss thought about it. Fast feet. Oh, and a short side bouncer goes wide. And that'll be a shot clock violation on Vancouver. And Saskatchewan, much like the Warriors, really ramping up the defensive pressure here to start the second half.
They really have sticks in lanes and playing a little bit physical too. There's a nice hit by Bobby Kidd there at the end of that shot clock. He's throwing his weight around as a rookie in this league, trying to establish himself. Now years has played that physical, aggressive game.
Church with a huge pick, knocking down the check of Owen Barker, and he's looking at any official trying to get some sort of call, but they're really letting them play here. I've noticed a few guys get blown up on picks. Here's Jones. Watched by Matt Beers, gives it off to Lowe. Into the far corner, Dinsdale, 10 on the shot clock. Dinsdale shoots and scores! Marty Dinsdale off a swing, comes to the center of the floor, gets his 2nd of the year, and it's Vancouver's first goal in a long time, 7-5.
And they needed it. Marty Dinsdale, the former Saskatchewan Rush, gets a hard pick here from Jordan McBride as he gets rid of Corbeil, sets it, and then goes across, shoots with 2 bodies in front. A little bit of a screen there for Marty Dinsdale. It goes far side, right around the glove of Adam Shute. 2-goal lacrosse game.
And if you're one of those folks that maybe bet the under, you're still looking pretty good.
Again, historically, it's been the over when these 2 clubs get together. Well over in some regards.
Here is Dinsdale again, right back out there.
Second
ball gets
a
knocked
Warrior
around.
for Marty.
Charlamides, swim move on Dilks. Skips it up top to Jones, they can't handle it. And the Rush are gonna try to run here. Holden Garland will slow it up. You talked about in the half about trying to replenish the kitchen for the defense. Bobby Kidd, McClellan, Holden Garland, they have some young bodies. They're going to be part of this organization for a long time.
Yeah, and even Messenger, like he's not the youngest spring chicken anymore, but he's only in his mid to late 20s, and he's sort of becoming a real premier face of this Rush defense.
Keenan turns the corner, takes the shot. Oh, that one snuck through Bouquet. Stayed out, and Shatler finds the reset. Church will go for fresh legs on the floor. And on comes Mallory. Sets a pick. There's a shot. Mallory with the rebound. Oh, and he couldn't find it. But he's able to bat it loose into the corner. Picked up by Bowery. Up ahead, Goodwin. No numbers. He'll just carry deep.
I think the 20 months off has really helped Brandon Goodwin. I think he's in phenomenal shape. He's running the floor better than he has the last couple seasons. A lot of miles on the new Westminster native, but good to see him pushing the tempo here for the Warriors.
Ooh, that shot by Dinsdale almost snuck through Shoot. Ironically enough, I asked Brandon Goodwin about that, and he said, you know what, I hated the break. I wish we could have kept playing.
But some of those guys with miles got a chance to rest the bones, heal up.
Here's Church. Skips at the Matthews. 2-goal game, 5:15 remaining in the third quarter. Outside shot, guess what, Brad?
Block shot, baby.
Shot. That one gets through, kicked aside by Bouquet. Loose ball grabbed by Brett Mitski. Skips it to Salt. He's gonna have to scurry across the timeline. Gives it to Owen Barker. Salt to Jones. Barker gonna stay in play. Dinsdale, 10 on the shot clock. Inside spin. Nice defense there by Messenger. Loses his bucket, and I think he's gonna get a penalty for it. And this is gonna send the Warriors to the power play with Messenger to the box, but Vancouver almost got it to within one. Dinsdale almost squeaks it past Shoot. It was that close. Time for now your Fanatics turning point of the game, brought to you by Fanatics.ca, and it's Mike Messenger going a little coast to coast to start the run for the Rush.
Opened up a 6-goal run. They weren't getting a lot done 5-on-5, and Mike Messenger just I'll take that road to net. Surrey BC native opened things up. That was a 4-2 goal. It's now a 7-5 lacrosse game. Messenger is now in the penalty box. The Warriors a power play and a chance to get within one.
Yeah, Messenger got called for playing without equipment as he lost his helmet and finished his check. Now the power play for the Warriors. Jones, ball. They play 1-2. Pick there from Schuss. Outside shot and a goal! Sting the corner. Mitchapalooza. Mitch Jones has a hat trick. It's a 1-goal game.
What a snipe from Mr. Jones. Doesn't take too long on the power play. Works the ball around. Everyone gets a little touch, and Mitch Jones sees the shot that he likes. As he steps into this one, Logan Schuss sets a screen, fights off of it, and shoots right through Ryan Dilks. You know, the offensive production numbers-wise has gone down the last couple of seasons for Logan Schuss, but what he does off-ball to create for Mitch Jones, who's now one of the elites in the National Lacrosse League, a guy who's always in MVP talks the last couple of years, has been phenomenal. It's 2 for 2 on the power play.
Messenger won the draw, but Hamer Jackson stayed in pursuit. And I think it was Jake Elliott, our good buddy, said to me during shoot-around this morning that he thinks Logan Schuss has become a better passer than he is currently a shooter.
Not a bad take by Jake.
Here's Jones. Can he get 4? 5 on the shot clock. Keegan Ball. He's got a pair. He'll shoot from deep, and Adam Shute gets a left arm on it. Reset the 30. And this is where Vancouver can take advantage. Get this defense tired. Keep them on the floor. Work a few possessions. Jones the ball. McBride in the far corner. Schuss hanging out behind the cage. Check that. That's Schuss with the ball, and he's dispossessed. It was Charlotte Beatty's behind the net. And running the floor, here comes Holden Garland.
Here's Garland with a nice strip there, too. Logan Schuss looking for a call. Might have been a high stick or a hold. Referees, again, let them play.
Lindner to Matthews. Back to Lindner. Thought about shooting through the screen, won't. Turns it back to Matthews. 10 on the shot clock. Matthews off a Shatler pick. Skips it far side. Keenan. Backhand flip. Shatler, and it was just too far to his reach. And Bouquet will go deep up the floor. And Salt will slow it down. Riley Lowen. Near side Lowen. Drives the top, thought about it, gives to Charlotte Beatty's double clutch. Lowen, Dinsdale, can he get a shot off? He can't. Shots will, and Adam Shute makes the save. Loose ball, Chris Corbeil. He's got Messenger up ahead of him. Oh, and Logan Schuss almost blocked that one. Messenger, stutter step, Corbeil on the wrong side, and he puts it right in the belly pad of Alex Bouquet, easy save for 0-0 in black.
Good transition opportunity there by Corbeil. Set a hard pick, rolled to the net, got a good shot off. And Bouquet says, no, you don't.
If Corbeil's right-handed, that might be a better scoring opportunity. There's Schuss around the top. Spins away, skips it, Dinsdale. Gets a pick from McBride, and we tried to find him on the roll and doesn't connect. Loose ball picked up there by Matt Pierce. They'll float it up to Garland, take it one off the boards, and give it to Mike Mallory. Mallory to Church. Late man is Schattler. Skip to Matthews. He'll shoot and score! 5-hole goal from Matthews. He's got a hat trick. And it's 8-6, a little wry smile from Matthews.
Yeah, when you need a bit of a momentum change, get it over to the mailman, Mark Matthews. As he smirks this one off, looking for that same sort of spot on Bouquet again. Big wind up and cranks it short side. Mark Matthews, a former MVP of this league. Again, I talk about guys who have taken a bit of a break. Not that he's stopped playing lacrosse, but 20 months off. Mark Matthews is playing like an MVP again. He's one of the top leading goal scorers in the league right now. That's his hat trick goal, 5th of the season.
Jones had Lowen sprinting down the middle, couldn't find him. McBride to Dinsdale. Dinsdale all alone, one-on-one with Chris Corbeil. Last minute of play here in the third. Charlotte Beatties with a heavy outside shot, and he got rocked. Bobby Kidd the third.
Charlotte Beatty's one and only goal so far this season is the game winner against San Diego. Another broken stick on the turf.
Courier. There's an outside shot by Lintner, bounces up off Bouquet, and Binsky unable to get off the floor. Now they'll let him get off the floor as Todd LaBranche wants to clean up the shrapnel, and Vancouver will get a healthy stick defenseman out on the floor. .34 remaining in the third quarter. 2-goal lead, 8-6 Saskatchewan as they look for their first win of the season. Courier fakes it, gives to Keenan. Far corner, Mark Matthews, back to Keenan, shoots and scores! What a passing play from Matthews and Keenan. Been doing it since they were Whitby Warriors. It's a 3-goal lead.
That's just an afternoon at the box. Like they're 16 years old. It's what these two have been doing forever. Mark Matthews, he's got a hat trick tonight, but look at that feeding ability. A quick flip inside. Keenan brings it in traffic with Barker all over him, and they restore a 3-goal lead, just like the first half ended.
And for Ryan Keenan, just his second on the year. So he's off to a bit of a slow start, but he's contributing in other ways as he continues to be a big part of this offense.
Yeah, I think Saskatchewan, they've got 9 tonight, but they still want more from the new members of the club. And Courier, Lintner, Mallory, Paulus. Only 1 goal from that group tonight. Paulus obviously scratched, but nothing from Lintner or Courier yet, who haven't found their groove yet in this over.
The other way, Corbeil with a shot, and he roasted it right off the right shoulder. And that's the way the quarter's gonna end. Vancouver got to within 1. But back-to-back goals from Saskatchewan extends it to a 3-goal lead. Come back. It's going to be a heck of a fourth quarter. It's the NLL on TSN, brought to you by Sports Interaction. Back inside Rogers Arena, 9-6 Saskatchewan leading. We talked about it last week in Toontown. Let's tell you some more. As Jeff Schattler has a very colorful stick, and it's all for a great cause. Here's Chantel Chan with more.
Yeah, Jeff Schattler, of course, it's his final season in the NLL, but it's more than just another year of professional lacrosse. Recently, his nephew, Nathan Noel, was diagnosed with autism. So I spoke to Jeff, and he told me that he wanted to do something a little bit different. So he has dyed his lacrosse stick with the autism awareness colors, and at the end of the season, he'll be auctioning it off. And of course, the proceeds will go to a great cause, guys.
Thanks, Chantel. And for those wondering, because we did hear from a few people wondering, Jeff will put more information about the stick, how you can bid on it, or you can get tickets, and when it'll be wrapped off, onto his website. Follow along on his social media channels as well. And Shatler's one of the good guys here in the National Lacrosse League, and we know his nephew will be just fine. 15 minutes to go here, Brad. We've got a good one from Rogers.
Yeah, the Vancouver Warriors need to fight back in this lacrosse game. Down by 3, Saskatchewan Rush putting the pressure on a little bit. They've looked really good in this lacrosse game. Shoots only allowed 6 thus far. But again, Warriors need to penetrate, maybe find some space for Charlotte Beatties. He's been a bit trapped in that lefty corner tonight. Need to get some room for the rookie to come to life.
Backside look to Jones. Up top, Charlotte Beatties. Late in the shot clock. Oh, we tried to... A little bit of a crippler on Adam Shute. The Rush goaltender stayed with it.
Yeah, on the back pedal from Charlotte Beatty, so not a chance to get a lot of force on that shot, no velocity.
There's Dan Lindner. With speed all the way around the top, gives to Matthews. All on Courier, clutch, fake, nice stick check there by Justin Salt. 8 on the shot clock. And they're gonna call moving screen on Robert Church, and it'll be Vancouver possession. We talked with Chris Gill in the week, and he said that he wanted to get Charlotte Beatties working with Rylone in the 2-man game. I haven't seen Vancouver go a lot of 2-man lefty much tonight.
No, they haven't. They've gone 3 lefties almost on every set. Lefty strong for sure.
Jones Smith to Beers. Oh, you know, Matt Beers would have loved to have let that one go and score one against his old club. In the corner, Mallory. Lindner gets knocked down, hops right back up. And that one was knocked down by the stick of Derek Lloyd. Ball loose, kicked in the corner. And a nice defensive shift back-to-back here by Vancouver.
Yeah, defense and goaltending is doing the right thing for the Vancouver Warriors tonight. It's just about getting this offense going against the Saskatchewan Rush D at this point.
Dinsdale chased all the way to the far side by Jeff Cornwall. Near side, McBride. Gets bodied there by Ryan Dilks. McBride into the corner, Schuss, 7 on the shot clock. Schuss, hard around the top. Met there by Mike Messenger. And Schuss is just gonna have to ice it as the shot clock expires. Both teams. It's been a theme.
Yeah, beastly shift by Messenger there. You know, Logan Schuss tries to get some space on him. Messenger just pushes him out into no man's land, in way too deep to take a shot.
Shot there by Keenan, well wide. Courier with a shot, left arm save there by Bouquet. Loose ball, what a play by Robert Church. And then Mallory forces one. And that probably would have been a good time, reset, calm things down.
Yeah, that was smart play by Church. Doesn't go for the ball himself, just sort of chucks it back. He knows there's 2 right-handed players behind him.
Jones off the pick, spins, gives it to McBride. Never let it go. Backside look, Dinsdale diving, scoring! What a goal by Marty Dinsdale! The Marty party is real here inside Rogers. He's got another. It's back to a 2-goal game.
Pick plus roll equals goal for Marty Dinsdale. As you see him come up, set the high pick on Chris Corbeil, rolls, gets the pass from across the floor, and tucks it in 5-hole on Adam Shute. It's a 2-goal lacrosse game. Lots of time left.
Great vision by Mitch Jones to find Marty Dinsdale on the backside. 2-goal game, 9-7 shots, 40-26 in favor of the Rush.
Yeah, you know what? That's on trend. Saskatchewan came into this game as the highest shooting team in the league, 54.5 shots a game through their first 2. Vancouver dead last, just 40 shots a game. Big face-off here.
Amer Jackson, Messenger. Amer Jackson wins it, but then throws it away. Picked up by Bobby Kidd III. Up ahead, Cornwall on the break. Oh, and a great check by Owen Barker.
Great recovery by Barker. Saskatchewan still has the ball.
Messenger scores! Great stick-to-itiveness by Cornwall. And then he finds Mike Messenger in the heart of the rush defense, and he just would not be stopped. Catches it in traffic, rolls off Condren, short side corner on Bouquet, and it's back to a 3-goal game.
You can't cross-check an Oak Tree. You just can't. And Messenger just rolls off a Condren like he doesn't even feel it. Spins towards the net, has his second of the night. He's just a tank in the middle of the floor. 3-goal lead restored for the Rush. And then right back to take a draw like he didn't just get punished and score a goal.
Oh, now he might have taken a stick across the shin. He's slow to get off the floor. Maybe that's how you stop an Oak Tree, Brad. Inside, Chasson, and he just put it over top. Great opportunity for Logan Schuss. He continues to be snake bit here tonight. Only 3 goal scorers of the 7 goals for Vancouver. 3 by Jones, 2 by Keegan Ball, and 2 by Marty Dinsdale. Matthews flips it, Keenan driving inside. Oh, and that took a deflection, never made it on net. Loose ball. And Mallory tries to scoop it deep, picked up there by Kalinic. Kalinic to a cutting, is that Lowen? And he's hounded by Jeff Cornwall. Jeff brother Travis plays for Panther City Lacrosse Club in Fort Worth. Charlotte Beatties with a shot. No, and Adam Shute didn't realize where it was. Quickly up ahead. Here comes Saskatchewan. Holden Garland. No numbers, but we'll give it to Shatler. He'll shoot and turn aside by the left leg of Bouquet. We're going to get a track meet for the final 10 minutes.
Big juicy rebounds sometimes given up by Alexis Bouquet, but it seems like his defenders know that. They're quick to retreat to that corner and gather those loosies.
Shots on a ball cut, and Adam Shute makes the save.
Warriors wasting no time early in a shot clock. Getting balls towards the net, trying to make Adam Shute work.
Off the bench, Church. Into the corner, Courier. Matthews. Now Jeff Shatler surveying. He'll shoot through a screen. I'll never made it through. Hit Mike Messenger. And Bouquet's got a man all the way up the floor, but decides to go short to Garrett McIntosh. McIntosh across center. Gives it up to Jordan McBride. Laid off the bench. Lowen finds Jones far side off of Charlotte Beatty's pick. Jones one time, Keegan ball dipping, don't go, and he put her over top. Glorious opportunity for Keegan Ball. Outside shot by Jones, and Adam Shute was on his knees waiting for it. Oh boy, do we got a classic brewing here from Rogers Arena. 10-7 Saskatchewan leads. You are not going to want to miss the moment of the action. Come on back and join us. There have been a lot of them, but let's check out Alex Bouquet and our alternate save of the game.
This was one of his prettiest. It's on a breakaway, robbing Dan Lintner, who goes airborne. Stick save as 2 Whitby natives crash. One of 32 on the night for Alex Bouquet, who's trying to keep his team in it. Down by 3, 4th and final quarter here.
0-2 Rush versus the 2-0 Warriors. Courier, Matthews. Where do they have set out of the timeout? Keenan trying to run some interference inside. Matthews backhander. Oh, that didn't miss by much.
Lined up one-on-one against Brett Mitski. Former teammates probably knew what was going to be coming from the Saskatchewan Rush team. It was Matthews trying to catch a ball in tight, and Mitski staying all over him to keep it a 3-goal game.
Here's Keegan Ball. Dinsdale. Shots back to Dinsdale into the corner ball. Behind the net, Jones. Dinsdale off a high pitch shot. Save Adam Shute.
Settled in nicely here in the second half. He had a great save percentage in quarter number 1 as Vancouver had, 4 goals on their first 6 shots. And Adam Shute really has shut the door since.
Church inside, Courier early, couldn't handle it. And then he gets ridden to the turf, loose ball. And Bouquet able to find it. Flip it to Lloyd, up ahead, Barker. Keegan Ball with a pair tonight. Looking for his third, trying to get his team back to within 2. Ball watched by Cornwall. Skips it over, Lowen into the corner, Jones. Driving underneath, Jones dives, turned aside by Adam Shute. One of his best tonight. Now Cornwall up ahead. No numbers for Saskatchewan. Cornwall off the bench, Church steps inside. Oh, he tried to go under that left glove, and Bouquet with another to Andy. Reset to 30. Keenan, Lintner, Mallard. He's got a goal here tonight. Skips it, Keenan. Oh, that one's knocked down by an active defensive stick. Keenan finds the loose ball. He'll just backhand it off the back of Minsky.
Yeah, Minsky's been a real phenomenal addition to this Vancouver Warriors defense. Really changed the face of their back end. He's their new captain. He's been a great voice in the locker room. He's a winner, 3-time champ with this Rush team.
3-time champ with the Rush. Couple world championships with Canada. Charlotte Beatty's one-on-one with one of the best defenders ever, Kyle Rubish. Dinsdale, shots. Oh, and he tried to flip one more. And Adam Shute will find it. And one of the things I like about Brett Minsky was after that game that they won against Panther City, he said he wasn't happy with the way his team ended that game, allowing Panther City to get back into it. He said that's not what championship teams do. They find a way to kill a team spirit. And that's just not, something a lot of guys said in that locker room in the past. Beers was a great leader, but this team has never really had a winning vocal point.
Right, they haven't had the culture of winning before. So Minsky's going to bring that. Hopefully the guys are going to follow suit and stem that tide. But he learned that with this Rush organization.
There's Jones, shuts far corner. All the way around the top, McBride all the way near side corner, Keegan Ball. Ball, watched by Carl Bouncer, scores, come on! Sick, wicked, and nasty from Keegan Ball. Bouncer, top cheese, 10-8.
That took a twist like he was skipping rocks down on the banks of the Fraser River. Keegan Ball from outside, his hat-trick goal, gets a step on Garland, and then bounces that, somehow goes the top of the crease to the top corner far side. What a bounce by Keegan Ball. Lots of lacrosse left to go, 10-8.
Pay attention, kids. You don't always have to pick top corners straight out of your stick. Sometimes using the carpet is your best friend. And Keegan Ball joins Mitch Jones and Mark Matthews as goal scorers with hat tricks on the night. Here's the aforementioned Mitch Jones. Charlotte Beatty's Ball. Does he have another one in him? He'll take it. Oh, he tried the same shot. That time, Adam Shute was wise to it. Beers. Beers will leave it there for Mark Matthews. We are in the home stretch, folks. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 10-8 Rush. Church, guess what, Brad?
Another block shot.
On the run, Ball. Shot, scores! 4 for Ball. It's 10-9 with 4:44 to go.
Block shots starting it off again for the Vancouver Warriors. Big soak in their own end. They bring it up. Keegan Ball goes, okay, I'll just shoot around Danny Lintner, who's hustling back. 4th of the night, 2 in a row. 10-9. The bouncer works again for Keegan Ball.
And it all starts in the defensive zone with another block shot. They've got to be at least nearing 20.
They're putting on a clinic in that department tonight. It's a clean win for Messenger.
Messenger wins it clean. Wow. Oh, he wants to go. Messenger driving. Oh, did that go in? But they'll say no goals. Messenger gets called to the crease. Take a break. Grab yourself a refreshment. Towel down. We've got an exciting 4:35 remaining. The Rush lead it 10 10-9, but the Warriors aren't going quiet.
The NLL on TSN is brought to you in part by Alterna Savings. Alterna offers easy, more personal financial services and puts the good in banking. Visit alterna.ca to learn more. By Fanatics.ca, the NLL's home for officially licensed everything. Visit Fanatics.ca today. And by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will.
Back inside Rogers Arena as the fans sing a little Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas, and for the Rush, they'd like a win. For the Warriors, they also would like a win. And it is going to be heated down the stretch, Brad.
1-goal game, final commercial break of the fourth quarter. You can't ask for anything else. The last 2 TSN games of the week we call Teddy 1-goal games. A bit of a trend here for the NLL on TSN.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Here's Mitch Jones trying to turn the corner, watched by Matt Beers. Inside feed, oh, and that couldn't be handled there by Keegan Ball. His Holden Garland was all over him, and Garland will just kind of let as much time tick off as he can.
Locking off the hot stick Keegan Ball on that play as well as Garland draped on him.
Into the corner, Robert Church. All the way up top, swings it to Mark Matthews. Matthews, inside feed, doesn't connect. Loose ball grabbed there by Church. Matthews, Church in through the middle, pass doesn't connect. Reed Bowering. He'll slow up and find Garrett McIntosh. Bowering will go for a change. He'll flip it there to Jordan McBride. Jones will settle up in the corner. Starting to get loud here inside Rogers Arena. McBride shot. Oh, he put her off the near side leg of Adam Schutz. Reset the 30. McBride. Backside look, Jones. Charlotte Beatties.
Vancouver wants to settle. Got a play going on here.
Dinsdale. Wanted to drive underneath. Turned by Bobby Kidd III. Cornwall. That shot goes off the butt end of Adam Schutz's stick. Another 30. Warriors put fresh O out there. Got a bit of a tired Saskatchewan rush defense out there. Keegan Ball. Shot. Had his stick checked. Loose ball picked up by Messenger. He runs through a check of Schuss. Has numbers up ahead. Messenger all alone. Messenger. Save Alice Bouquet. Another save off the rebound of Jeff Shatler. Kalinich up ahead. 2.5 to play.
Messengers felt it tonight, but that's the time where you think if you're Jeff McComb, you want to pull out and get it to Matthews and company. You know Messenger's feeling it, but not this late stages.
Dinsdale pass goes awry. Loose ball, and Adam Schutz almost scooped it in his own cage. Catch your breath. 120 seconds left in regulation. 1-goal game. Does overtime loom here in Vancouver? Thanks for watching the NLL Game of the Week on TSN. Church falling. Looked like Bowering got in the way of that one. Codrin up ahead. Numbers for Vancouver. Bowering and McIntosh. McIntosh. Bowering. Oh, what a save by Adam Schutz. Possession will stay with Vancouver.
Yeah, the ball went off the goaltender out of play, so the ball belongs with the Vancouver Warriors.
Crossbar, but it'll still stay here. Bowering a chance to tie it up in his first ever game in his backyard. Jones, watched by Dilks, flips it. Here comes the slide. Charlotte Beatties off the crossbar again. Gill wanting a replay. And they're going to have a look at this.
Yeah, final under 2 minutes to go. The referees are going to, Trottle Branch is going to make his own discretion. A coach can't throw a flag with under 2. They'd get a delay game penalty if they chuck that flag. But Trottle Branch thinks it's close enough to take a look.
Some of the fans reacting to the initial replays. We'll get you a couple so you can have your say. Here's the shot off the bar and straight down, but that a double doink?
Oh, man, it has been a night of posts. It's like they're thicker for the boys tonight.
They're all skinny red friends of goaltenders. And the evil enemy of every forward that has ever shot a ball.
I'm trying to figure out why this was Vancouver. Well, I guess because it was off the post and then across center. I was wondering why Vancouver still has possession, but still able to put their foot on the gas pedal here and draw something up with a $1:12 to go. Bouquet stays in net. Steve Fryer getting his gear on right now, the backup goaltender for the Vancouver Warriors, just in case they need to have Bouquet. Yeah, this is a polite way of putting it, as we'll see if Bouquet sprints off and then Fryer needs to sprint back on. But right now it'll remain 5-on-5.
Doink. That's crossbar, post, and out. Let's see what crew chief Todd Branch has to say.
After review, the call in the field is confirmed. Ball did not cross the line. No goal.
It remains a one-goal game. 1:12 left here in regulation.
Crossbar, post.
Saskatchewan up 10-9. Vancouver pressing for the equalizer. Will stay 5 aside here. Schuss. Keegan ball. Back to Schuss, far corner, Mitch Jones. Pick there from Schuss. Swing it to ball. Down low, McBride. Up top, Jones. One more, McBride. Oh, left kick save. Loose ball. Who's going to come up with it? Bodies battling. Corbeil wanted a timeout. Didn't get it. Still battling. Under a minute to go. Corbeil. Somebody find this ball. Vancouver knows they'll call timeouts. How many chances did Chris Corbeil have at that loose ball?
What a loose ball effort by the Vancouver Warriors. Oh, in the dying seconds here. Smothering. This was in the head of so many sticks. Everyone in, chopping at it, digging for it, knowing they need this possession, this shot. That is a slippery ball out there. Just thought it was done there, throws his head back. And Keegan Ball kicks it free. Not only does he have 4 goals, he just got the loose ball of a lifetime right there. 39.8 to go.
Caleb Toth, the assistant coach running the offense for Chris Gill's team, will instruct his offensive unit. Will they bring Alex Bouquet? They will. So they'll send out Ball, Dinsdale, McBride, Schuss, Jones, Lowen. And here comes the top 5 defenders for the Saskatchewan Rush. Beers, Rubish, Dilks, Corbeil, Holden Garland. And they'll do everything they can to protect the front of the net in front of Adam Shoup. 39.8 remaining.
The rookie Charlotte Beatties will watch this one from the bench, even though he almost had the game-tying shot.
Dinsdale, Jones, Dinsdale, down low. Oh, he put it wide. It rippled the far side of the net. Ball loose, picked up by the Rush. To Beers, runs through a check. Beers can ice this one. Bounce it to Lindner. Fish off the crossbar. Corbeil. And they call timeout. They'll give it to him. Oh, ho, ho. Wow. That was almost dramatic. Says Lindner threw the pump fake, rang it off the crossbar. And then Corbeil has it. The bench calls timeout just before he throws it away.
Is that a case of beer for the team if you smack a crossbar in an empty net?
Well,
I think so.
If you're listening to the show this week, we had Mitch Jones on, and in Fort Worth, Reed Bowering looked off Mitch Jones and missed an open net, and according to Mitch, that was a standard flat fine. I don't know if hitting the crossbar will count, but I think it probably will.
Second star of the game, the crossbars on either side of the floor in the deep stages of this 4th quarter. So all the Rush have to do is play a keep away here for 12.4 seconds.
But Vancouver will keep their goaltender on the bench and go 6-on-5 defensively to try to cause a turnover. And This is not an easy situation for the Rush offense. It's not by any chance done here.
No, if Garland's going to start it. They could double the ball carrier if Garland gets it in deep. Send two, trying to get a quick transition off the gate.
Is it going to start up high or down low? It's going to start down low with Messenger. He'll be double teamed. He's got Jones and Midskiano. Messenger. He's just going to try and run to space, and he does. And Messenger is going to run this one out for the Saskatchewan Rush. What an absolute tremendous game by Mike Messenger, and the Rush have their first win of the season, 10-9 over Vancouver.
Another one-goal game on the NLL TSN game of the week. Vancouver had a 4-1 lead in this lacrosse game, gave up a 6-goal run. They were down 10-7. They chipped back late in the game. Keegan Ball tried to make it dramatic. This is about as close as you can get here in the NLL. A beastly performance by Mike Messenger.
The Rush were down 4-1. They outscore Vancouver 9-5 the rest of the way. We'll break it all down for you when we come back. The Rush win it by a goal on TSN.